Welcome to St. Joseph Evangelization Network. I'm your host for the next 2-3 minutes, Peter Karutz, and we are here live at the Catholic Men for Christ Conference at the Two Hill in St. Louis, Missouri. So I did say live. You're going to see folks mulling about. You hear a little noise in the background. We can put up with it. And we're here with Dr. Hauser. Doctor, so good to have you here.
Thank you.
You're here at the men's conference. I guess you've been here before?
This is probably my sixth or seventh one, yes.
6 or 7. So I guess it wasn't too good the first 6 or 7 times. You have to come again and find another one.
No, it's always very good.
Yeah. Why do you come?
It's very uplifting to see several hundred Catholic men that are on fire for their faith.
Sometimes 1,000 or 2,000.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I love our speakers. We have different themes. One of them is reconciliation. One of them is conversion, right? But sometimes, you know, I love our converse, but, you know, I've been a Catholic all my life. What can we fathers do to help keep that Catholic fire burning, the love of our Lord in our families? I imagine you have grown children.
Yes,
How did you do it?
Yes, well, I have 10 children total.
10? Wow.
And my oldest son is a priest.
What's your son's name?
Father Michael Hauser. He's actually a Benedictine monk now in Ireland.
In where?
In Ireland.
Is he really? Holy smokes.
Yeah. So, yeah, he felt that call a couple years ago, so he's now in Ireland in a Benedictine monastery.
Wow. I have such good friends who are some of the Benedictines here at St. Anselm's. So is that where he had his connection?
He knows them well, but the one that he's at in Ireland is a more traditional one. It's all in Latin.
Oh, really?
They do all the hours in Latin and the Mass in Latin and so forth, and so he's very into that. So, you know, we just have we've just always tried to raise our children, take them to Mass as frequently as possible. Most of the time, I go to daily Mass, and most of the time I took my sons to daily Mass with me and my daughters. And,
I think sometimes we can tell our children everything. We can talk to them. But they really take to heart what we do. I mean, your children saw you go to Mass every day. You didn't have to say a word. They knew where you were and what you were doing.
Yeah, it's been very well shown in studies that the children will follow the father more than the mother as far as the faith. If the father doesn't go to church, the kids won't want to go to church. I
mean, it's the truth. Look, women are the heart of the church. They're the heart of our family. Right. But the statistics show that whether a woman has faith or not, it's not terribly influential with the children. But if a father has faith, I heard one statistic, Scott Hahn said it, 85% of the children will have a faith all their lives. I mean, what a great gift to give our children.
Well, I have that example. Actually, my mother was not Catholic when I was raised.
Is that right?
My father was, and he took us to church. And my mother actually didn't join the church till she was 74 years old. So
that's okay.
So my father was the example that led me to continue to go to Mass.
And a loving family who loved each other, and in the end, you know, she came into the church. So good for you, good for her.
Right.
Yeah, and great patience with your father. You know, we shouldn't ask people, force them to convert. It has to be something from the heart. It has to be self-motivating. You can never force it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, great. Your son, do you see him once a year during vacation?
We got to see him last September. About every 2 years he can come home to visit, and we Skype him every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we get to see him. So sometimes we get to see him more than we see some of our other children.
Well, yeah, because he has a purpose. So I will just say this. If you see some young person who you think might have a vocation, ask him, invite him. I think sometimes the invitation is what gets that fire burning. You know, God has been talking to you, but sometimes we don't listen so well.
Well, it's also very important that the family encourages vocations, because there are times when a boy or a girl feels called to the religious life, and they don't follow it because the family doesn't want them to.
It's true.
Yeah.
Surprising, but it's true. Well, we're here at Catholic Men for Christ. I'm Peter Karutz for St. Joseph Evangelization Network. Please come and see us at sjen.tv, where you'll find this interview and many, many others to build the life of Christ in your heart. God bless you. Come to the Catholic Men for Christ next year.